Hailed as the Queen of Rock and Roll, Tina Turner is a renowned personality in the entertainment industry. She has won over a lot of followers by opening up to them about hitherto unspoken aspects of her life, such as her financial situation, marital difficulties, and health problems. This video has all the information you require right here, but before starting the video, help me to achieve my milestone of 1,000 subscribers and hit the subscribe button for more informative video. Now let's get started. 2018 saw Tina Turner publish her memoir, My Love Story, which detailed her amazing and motivational journey through several serious illnesses. The iconic singer battled health issues for several decades, and her fortitude in the face of these setbacks was absolutely astounding. She had been battling high blood pressure since 1978, which was one of her chronic health problems. Regretfully, she neglected to manage this illness to the extent that it led to renal impairment and eventually kidney failure. This was a serious setback to her general health. 3 weeks after marrying Erwin Bach in 2013, Tina Turner experienced a stroke. She had to relearn how to walk as a result of this tragic occurrence, which is a testament to her courage and steadfast drive. Then, in 2016, she received yet another tragic diagnosis: intestinal cancer. Her ailments worsened despite her initial attempts to treat them with homeopathy, underscoring the need of receiving conventional medical care. Given the poor prognosis for kidney transplantation and the medical community's strong recommendation that she begin dialysis, she had to make a crucial decision. She chose a different route. Tina Turner joined Exit International, a group that supports assisted suicide, a practice that is permitted in Switzerland. This decision demonstrated her will to remain somewhat in charge of her destiny despite these serious health problems. Erwin Bach, her husband, did agree to donate a kidney for transplantation though. After accepting his kind offer, Tina had a kidney transplant on April 7, 2017, proving the strength of love and support in their relationship. Tina Turner talked candidly about her challenges with her physical health as well as her dyslexia diagnosis, which had made her feel ashamed but did not lessen her amazing achievements. After battling severe ailments for years, Tina Turner passed away at the age of 83 on May 24, 2023, at her home in Küsnacht, Switzerland. Her passing signaled the end of a life full of remarkable artistic accomplishments and extraordinary inner courage. She had a private funeral before her body was burned. Many people in the entertainment business and beyond were profoundly moved by the news of Tina Turner's passing. Her immense impact on the music and culture globe was demonstrated by the numerous fellow artists who paid tribute to the legend and voiced their own grief. The impact of Tina Turner went much beyond the music industry. Numerous public personalities, including model Naomi Campbell and well-known actors and actresses like Oprah Winfrey, Angela Bassett, Jennifer Lewis, Forrest Whitaker, and Bette Midler, paid their respects to her. Politicians also paid their tributes to her. U.S. President Joe Biden, previous Presidents Bill Clinton and Barack Obama, and President Alan B. of Switzerland all released messages. In remembrance of her, King Charles II even permitted the changing of the guard to include the best performances. Tina Turner was awarded honorary afterlife membership by the Junior Common Room of Durham University's Cuthbert Society in a heartfelt gesture. This demonstrates the long-lasting influence she had on individuals and organizations all throughout the world. There's little doubt that her legacy will inspire future generations. Tina Turner's life and decisions were greatly influenced by her early sexual encounters and relationships. She met Harry Taylor, a young man, while she was a young woman living in Brownsville, Tennessee, and they fell in love. They met at a high school basketball game, and although Taylor had previously attended a different school, he moved to be nearer to Tina. Harry was real popular and had tons of girlfriends, but eventually I got him, and we went steady for a year, she revealed to Rolling Stone in 1986. Although Tina thought their relationship would work out, it ended abruptly when she learned that Harry Taylor had secretly wed a different woman who was pregnant his kid. Tina's life changed after this heartbreak when she relocated to St. Louis. It was then that she met Ike Turner's band, the Kings of Rhythm, along with her sister Aline. Tina was seeing the band's saxophone, Raymond Hill, while Aline was seeing their drummer, Eugene Washington. When Tina found out she was pregnant during her final year of high school, she decided to move in with Raymond Hill, who at the time was living with Ike Turner. Tina thought back on their relationship and said, "He was attractive, but I didn't love him as much as I'd loved Harry. I imagined my child would be exquisite, but there were difficulties in their relationship as well, and it ended when Raymond Hill fractured his ankle in a wrestling battle with Carlson Oliver, the singer of Kings of Rhythm. After this occurrence, Tina was left to deal with the possibility of becoming a single parent when Hill went back to his hometown of Clarksdale. With the birth of their son Craig in August 1958, Tina Turner embarked on a journey as a young, unmarried mother that would ultimately take her down a path of musical glory and self-discovery. The early years of Tina Turner and Ike Turner's relationship were turbulent and complicated. They compared their relationship to that of a brother and sister from a previous life when they first met in 1956. Their relationship was platonic during this early stage. They did not get romantically linked until 1960, even though Ike was already living with his girlfriend Lorraine Taylor. When another musician threatened Tina, she went to Ike's room, and that's when their relationship became physical. The recording of A Fool in Love in 1960 marked a turning point in their relationship. Tina stated that she wanted to break up with him at this point and revealed that she was expecting. Ike used force to defend himself by hitting her in the head with a wooden shoe stretcher. With her relationship with Ike, this encounter was the first time Tina had truly experienced fear. Tina still cared about him, therefore she decided to stay with him in spite of the abuse. After moving to Los Angeles in 1962 and being married, the couple eventually had their son Ronnie, who was born in October 1960. They bought a home in the View Park neighborhood of Los Angeles and reunited their kids. Ike had two sons, Michael and Ike Jr., with his previous companion Lorraine Taylor. Ronnie was Tina's son and Craig was her son from a previous relationship. By cohabiting, they created a blended family. Later, Tina disclosed in her autobiography, "I, Tina, that she and Ike had an abusive marriage characterized by Ike's adultery. She overdosed on Valium tablets in 1968 in an attempt to end her terrible relationship. It was my relationship with Ike that made me most unhappy," she said, expressing her personal dissatisfaction with their relationship. "I had fallen deeply in love with him at initially. See what he'd accomplished for me. However, he lacked predictability." It's important to remember that Ike Turner had bipolar disorder later in life, which may have explained some of his erratic and occasionally unpredictable behavior during their marriage. Ike Turner's cocaine addiction had grown to be a serious issue by the middle of the 1970s, severely straining his relationship with Tina Turner. When they got into a violent fight on July 1, 1976, while traveling to the Dallas Statler Hilton, their already turbulent relationship took a terrible turn. Tina reached a breaking point after this occurrence. Following the altercation, Tina Turner took a daring and extreme step. With only 36 cents and a mobile credit card in her pocket, she abruptly left Ike. She went to the adjacent Ramada Inn to get away from the chaos. On July 27, 1976, less than a month later, Tina Turner filed for divorce from Ike, citing irreconcilable differences. She asked for sole custody of her sons, Craig and Ron, as well as $4,000 in alimony and $1,000 in child support each month in her divorce petition. The divorce process was characterized by a turbulent court battle. In the end, the divorce was formalized on March 29, 1978. The specifics of their split were described in the final divorce decree. Tina Turner accepted responsibility for the IRS lion and the postponed concert dates. Ike received the publishing earnings for both her and his creations, while she kept the songwriter rights to songs she had composed. Tina was allowed to retain a few priceless possessions, such as her two Jaguars, jewelry, furs, and stage name. She did, however, give Ike her half of their real estate, publishing businesses, and Bollock Sound Recording Studio. He kept his 4 cars in return. Following the divorce, a number of promoters who had suffered financial losses during their tumultuous marriage filed lawsuits to recover their losses. After the divorce, Tina Turner struggled financially for over 2 years. She rebuilt her profession and personal life bit by bit, using food stamps and performing in tiny clubs to pay off debts. Ike Turner and Tina Turner's relationship experienced a number of tense points when Tina Turner left their tumultuous relationship. Ike Turner frequently asserted that he was never legally wed to Tina since, at the time of their wedding, he was lawfully wed to someone else. They were married under common law. Thus, in order to officially split, they still needed to go through a formal divorce. Ike further disputed, citing Tina's birth name as evidence that Martha Nell Bullock, not Anna Mae Bullock, was her true identity. Tina had signed numerous contracts under her legal name, Martha Nell Turner. Thus, there was proof to back up her assertion. Taking Back My Name, Ike Turner's autobiography, revealed that he and Tina had physical altercations. He acknowledged slapping her and getting into arguments with her that occasionally ended with him punching her to the ground. He insisted, nevertheless, that he never saw these behaviors as beating her. Roseanne Barr encouraged Ike to publicly apologize to Tina for his previous misdeeds in a 1999 interview on The Roseanne Show. Ike told Jet magazine in 2007 that he still loved Tina and that he had apologized in writing for putting her and their kids through so much hardship. But he never did send the letter. After Ike Turner passed away on December 12, 2007, Tina Turner, via her representative, released a brief statement stating that she hadn't spoken to Ike in more than 30 years. She declined to offer any more remarks on the subject. Remarkably, Aline, Tina's sister, attended Ike's burial and continued to regard him as her brother-in-law. Renowned music producer Phil Spector chastised Tina Turner at the same event. Tina Turner said in a 2018 interview with the Sunday Times that she had forgiven Ike because she was older. She did clarify, though, that her forgiveness did not imply that she would collaborate with him once more. She forcefully refused Ike's request for one more tour, saying she could not forgive him and let him back into her life. This viewpoint captured the nuanced and long-lasting effects of their tumultuous relationship. When Tina Turner met German music executive Erwin Bach in 1986, her life took an exciting new turn. Bach met her by chance at Dorf Airport, where her European record label, EMI, dispatched Bach to welcome her. It's important to remember that Erwin Bach was initially older than she was, by more than 16 years. They were friends at first, maybe connected by their love of music and their jobs, until their relationship took a sexual turn. But as time passed, their bond grew stronger, and they started dating. Their romantic tale advanced significantly during that year. Following a long-lasting 27-year romantic connection, Tina Turner and Erwin Bach made the decision to tie the knot in July 2013. They decided on a civil ceremony and exchanged vows in Küsnacht, Switzerland, in a scenic spot by the shores of Lake Zurich. During her life, Tina Turner gave birth to 2 biological boys, each with a different father. On August 20, 1958, she gave birth to her first child, Raymond Craig, whose father was saxophonist Raymond Hill of Kings of Rhythm. On October 27, 1960, Ronald Ronnie Tyrone Turner, the second son, was born. Ike Turner, the father of the child, and Tina had a rocky relationship, apart from her 2 biological offspring. Additionally, Tina raised 2 of Ike Turner's children as her own after adopting them. He sent their 4 sons to live with Tina during the divorce process from Ike and gave her enough money to pay 1 month's rent. After Ike adopted him, Raymond Craig Hill's name was changed to Craig Raymond Turner. He lived a quiet life until he tragically died in July 2018 in what appeared to be a suicide. Ronnie, Tina Turner's youngest son, was an accomplished bass guitarist. He played for both of his parents' musical ensembles, in addition to being a member of the band Manufactured Funk. Tina had 2 grandkids from Ronnie, who was married to French singer Ada Turner. Regretfully, in December 2022, complications from colon cancer claimed Ronnie's life. One of the kids Tina adopted from Ike's previous marriage, Ike Turner Jr., was employed by Alex Sound as a sound engineer and by Tina for a short while following her divorce. Later, he produced his father's album, Rising with the Blues, and went on tour as Sweet Randy Love and the Love Thing Band, featuring former EET Randy Love. He went on to win a Grammy Award for this work. It's critical to recognize the complexity of Tina Turner's connection with her kids. She wrote in her autobiography, "I, Tina, that she grew distant from all, but Craig of her boys following their divorce." In the years preceding her demise, there had been tidings of a rift between Tina and her boys. Tina continued to be involved in her kids' lives in spite of these obstacles, and throughout the years, their relationships experienced both close and distant times. Do you want to know more about Tina's childhood? On November 26, 1939, Anna Mae Bullock, later well known as Tina Turner, was born in Brownsville, Tennessee. She was the youngest of Floyd Richard Bullock and Zelma Priscilla Curry's 3 daughters. Her father oversaw sharecroppers at Poindexter Farm on Highway 180, and the family resided in Nutbush, a small, unincorporated Tennessee town. Later, in the PBS series African American Lives 2, with Henry Louis Gates Jr., Tina would recount helping her family harvest cotton when she was very small. This highlighted her lowly beginnings. In the series, Tina gained additional knowledge about her ancestry and DNA test results, which produced an unexpected finding. The findings of the DNA test revealed a different picture of her origins than the one she had previously held, namely that she had a substantial proportion of Native American ancestry. Evelyn Juanita Curry and Ruby Adeline Bullock, the latter of whom was a songwriter, were Tina's 2 elder sisters. Additionally, she was blues musician Eugene Bridges' first cousin once removed. When their parents relocated to Knoxville, Tennessee, to work at a defense facility during World War II, the sisters were split up throughout their early years. Tina moved in with her devoutly paternal grandparents, Alex and Roxana Bullock, who served as deacons and deaconesses at the Woodlawn Missionary Baptist Church. They were quite rigorous about religion. The family got back together after the war, and they all relocated to Knoxville. They moved back to Nutbush 2 years later, this time settling in the Flat Flag Grove community. Tina spent her 1st through 8th grades at Flag Grove Elementary School, completing the formative years of her life prior to her amazing journey to become a music superstar. Church encouraged her early love of singing and acting, but she had a difficult upbringing. Zelma, Tina's mother, abruptly left their family when she was only 11 years old, seeking to escape her violent marriage to Floyd, Tina's father. Zelma moved to St. Louis and took her girls with her. The stability of the family was further upset when Floyd went to Detroit and married a different woman 2 years later. Tina and her sisters were transferred back to Brownsville, Tennessee, to live with their maternal grandmother, Georgiana Curry. Tina revealed in her autobiography, "I, Tina, how much her parents had rejected and unloved her. Zelma had intended to leave Floyd, but she changed her mind after finding out she was pregnant, leaving Tina feeling abandoned and rejected. Tina was exposed to a world outside of Nutbush when she worked as a domestic helper for the Henderson family when she was a teenager. When she learned that Evelyn, her half-sister, and her cousins Margaret and Vela Evans had perished in an automobile accident, tragedy hit. Tina's strong spirit was evident despite these setbacks. She accepted her tomboyish side and joined the female basketball team and cheer squad at Carver High School in Brownsville. She also took advantage of any social opportunities that presented themselves. Tina's life took a different turn in 1958 due to the death of her grandma. She moved out of Tennessee at the age of 16 to live in St. Louis with her mother. She pursued her schooling there, finishing Sumner High School. Following graduation from high school, Tina began her profession as a nurse's assistant at Barnes Jewish Hospital, which served as a prelude to her illustrious path into the music business. Various net worth estimators estimated Tina Turner's net worth to be fairly large, with estimates ranging from $250 million to $270 million. Her long-lasting and incredibly successful music career, which lasted several decades and featured countless hit songs and albums, was the source of her wealth. Tina Turner made a huge financial move just before she passed away when she agreed to sell the management of B&G Music her image and likeness rights for an astounding $50 million. She was able to safeguard both her financial security and legacy with this agreement. Tina Turner and her husband Erwin Bach bought a significant piece of real estate in December 2021. For an estimated $76 million, they purchased a brand new lakefront house on the gorgeous shores of Lake Zurich, Switzerland. They had been living in Switzerland for more than 20 years, so their acquisition represented a sizable investment and their dedication to their home country. Tina Turner's financial choices and fortune were evidence of her long-lasting success in the music business and her capacity to plan forward financially while also taking pleasure in her well-earned retirement and quiet life in Switzerland. Tina's life included a tremendous spiritual journey. She frequently identified as a Buddhist Baptist, a reference to her childhood in the Baptist church, where her father was a deacon, and her mature conversion to Buddhism. She declared categorically, "I consider myself a Buddhist," in an interview with Lion's Roar magazine in 2016. Her connection to Buddhism started in 1973, when Ike Turner's friend Valor Bishop introduced her to Nichiren Buddhism. The mantra of Nichiren Buddhism, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, is something Valerie taught her. Tina gave credit for her introduction to spirituality to the Soka Gakkai International and the Liturgy of Nichiren Daishonin. Ronnie Turner, Tina's son, also had a significant impact on her decision to adopt Buddhism by implying that she would gain from chanting. She took part in a Buddhist practice session with the Soka Gakkai International chanting group in her area. Tina saw improvements in her life after adopting Buddhism, and she famously remarked, "I realized that I had within me everything I needed to change my life for the better." She committed herself to Buddhist chanting throughout difficult times, sometimes chanting for 4 hours every day. She continued to chant every day, even though she stopped chanting as much in later years. She compared Buddhist chanting to singing and described Nam Myoho Renge Kyo as a melody that penetrates the subconscious mind and provides direction and understanding. In both the 2021 documentary Tina and the 1993 film What's Love Got to Do with It?, Tina's spiritual journey and her encounter with Buddhism were dramatized. These depictions emphasized how important Buddhism was to her and how practicing it helped her grow as a person. Apart from her individual work, Tina Turner had a meeting with the 14th Dalai Lama on August 2, 2005, in Einsiedeln, Switzerland. She conversed with other prominent personalities in the Buddhist community as well, including vocalist Dekan Shakdagse, a Tibetan Buddhist from Switzerland. Tina, Shakdagse, and Swiss singer Regula Kurti worked together in 2009 to produce the spiritual music project Beyond, which emphasized Tina's spiritual exploration and close relationship with Buddhism. Throughout her career, Tina Turner achieved a number of amazing feats and released albums that demonstrated her enormous talent and power in the music business. Her 1988 performance in front of an incredible 180,000 people set a Guinness World Record for the greatest paying crowd for a solo musician, making it one of her most noteworthy achievements. With an incredible 180,000 attendees at a solo concert in 1988, Tina Turner set a Guinness World Record for the greatest paying audience at a solo event, demonstrating her unmatched ability to connect with a vast global fan base. She achieved a total of 35 top 40 singles and cemented her reputation as a music icon in the UK by being the first artist to have a top 40 hit in 7 consecutive decades. With over 100 million albums sold worldwide and 10 million certified album sales by the RIAA, Recording Industry Association of America, she had a significant global effect. Her estimated record sales as of May 2023 were between 100 and 150 million globally, demonstrating the music's enduring appeal. Tina Turner garnered a great deal of recognition over her career and won an astounding 12 Grammy Awards. This included winning 8 Grammy Awards in a tough field, and with Pat Benatar and Sheryl Crow sharing the record for the most awards ever presented for Best Female Rock Vocal Performance. Her 3 timeless albums, River Deep Mountain High, Proud Mary, and What's Love Got to Do with It, were recognized for their lasting impact on music history when they were inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. Being the only female performer to win a Grammy in the pop, rock, and R&B categories highlights Tina Turner's exceptional talent and adaptability. She received a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award in 2018 in appreciation of her remarkable career and services to the music business. Beyond her solo career, she left a lasting impact as a member of USA for Africa and for her performance at the 1986 Prince's Trust concert, where she was recognized as a highly esteemed and versatile musician. Tina Turner received many honors and tributes throughout her lifetime, as well as after her passing due to her extraordinary career and influence on the music and entertainment industries. She was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 1986 for her continuous contributions to the entertainment sector. In 1991, she was also bestowed with a star on the St. Louis Walk of Fame, a recognition of her enduring influence and her profound ties to the city. Following Tina's death, admirers from all over the world gave her sincere tributes. Loving fans showered her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame with flowers, and others showed their affection and reverence by erecting candles and putting flowers outside her Swiss residence and the London Aldwych Theatre, which hosted the musical Tina. Tina Turner's career had a profound effect on the music industry and beyond, receiving recognition for her strength as a victim of years of domestic abuse from well-known performers like Gloria Gaynor, Mariah Carey, and Oprah Winfrey. Michelle and Barack Obama praised her for speaking her truth despite happiness and suffering, and Women's Aid honored her memory by quoting one of her songs to highlight her resilience and enduring influence. Tina Turner's notoriety was recognized by esteemed organizations and occasions. In 1991, she and Ike Turner were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, a testament to their combined influence on the music business. After winning the Kennedy Center Honors in 2005, she cemented her status as one of the greatest musicians of all time. President George W. Bush bestowed the prestigious Kennedy Center Honors upon Tina Turner, praising her innate talent, vivacity, and sensuality. Beyonce, Melissa Etheridge, Queen Latifah, Al Green, and Beyoncé all gave heartfelt tributes over the evening, performing some of her most well-known hits. Tina was hailed by Oprah Winfrey as a global inspiration for women and a hero. As a solo artist, Tina Turner was posthumously inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2021, adding to the celebration of her legacy. Tina was honored to be inducted by Angela Bassett, while Christina Aguilera, Mickey Guyton, and Keith Urban all performed at the ceremony, paying homage to Tina by covering some of her well-known hits. Both fans and fellow musicians continue to honor and remember Tina Turner for her lasting influence on music and culture. What are your thoughts on the difficulties Tina Turner faced in her life? Leave your comments in the section below. We hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.